everybody, welcome back to the Board Game Spotlight. I'm Derek.
I'm Lizzy, and tonight we're going to be playing
Mythic Mischief
from IB Studios.
And this is on GameFound, so not on Kickstarter. You can find this on GameFound. They are live right now, and I'm pretty sure they've funded.
They have.
They've done a very good job.
Have. They launched yesterday.
Yeah, they launched yesterday, and we're really excited to be able to do this live stream. So this is a 2 to 4 player, although I think there is a solo mode. Yes. So I think it's 1 to 4 technically. Mm-hmm. And it is an abstract strategy game.
It does say 1 to 4.
Yeah, 1 to 4. All right. So an abstract strategy game where we are playing as rival school, what would you call them? Houses?
Maybe cliques?
Cliques or groups, right? Mm-hmm. We have the zombies versus the vampires. There are a big... there's like ghosts and trolls and witches.
There's monsters and wizards.
Wizards and monsters
vampires
here.
and zombies, that's in the base game. And then you can get trolls and ghouls and witches, I believe, are the expansions.
So here's one of the expansions. You've got the trolls expansion, and then there's the witches expansion. So anyways, there's a lot of content here. The goal of the game is to be the first person or the first team to score 10 points or the team or the player who has the most points after lunch. Because what's going to happen is we have this Tomekeeper, and this miniature is super awesome. But this Tomekeeper is going to move, and before lunch, there's 2 phases. You have the before lunch, you have after lunch. So what's going to happen is the Tomekeeper is going to each of these locations. It's going to go to the 1, then the 2, and then the 3. And if you're caught while the Tomekeeper is moving to
his path.
Yeah, in the path of the Tomekeeper, your character, that character comes off the board. And if it's on your opponent's turn, if they were able to move the Tomekeeper in a way that it catches the other opponents, they score points. So that's how we score our tome points, right?
I think you start at 0.
Oh yeah, we start at 0. However, if on your turn, the Tomekeeper catches one of your students, one of my team, then I lose a point.
Yeah. So you definitely want to make sure that you stay out of his way either way, but you definitely don't want to accidentally run into him on your turn because it's going to be even worse for you.
So there are a number of different actions you can take, and what you're going to do is you're going to, on your turn, do everything you want to. So you can move, you can there's a special action that each different faction has, like a faction ability.
So Derek as a zombie
I have infect.
I have lure.
Yeah.
As a vampire, I can lure you towards me.
There are also ways to move. These are bookshelves. You can move these bookshelves, and I have a different way of doing it than Lizzy does. So each of the factions has a different way to move the bookshelves, which is going to alter the path the Tomekeeper might travel,
or alter the way that your players, you or your opponents can go. You can block them off from going a certain way. You can open up a space to make it easier for you to get through. Yeah. Because we do have these little books that we're trying to collect. Tomes, books. You're trying to collect them because it's going to fill up your board and push your movements up so that you're able to take more actions every turn. So they are important to collect.
Very important. And then there is a distract where you can actually distract the Tomekeeper and move the Tomekeeper towards one of your own Mischief characters. And that could alter their path they take again. So there's a lot of maneuvering and a lot of manipulation of the Tomekeeper and also kind of the board. It's really important. These are cluttered spaces. You need 2 points of movement to move through a cluttered space.
Or onto.
You would need those. And you also have, each of us has a special ability. So I have Stench and Lizzy has Trance. And so when we go through those special abilities, when we activate them, we'll explain what they do. But just know that each faction has their own special ability. At the end of a player's turn, so after you've taken as many actions as you want, you're going to go into the cleanup phase. What's going to happen is any dice that were used are going to slide left to the numeral that they're on. So if this was on a 3 and you've used 2 points of actions on it, it's now a 1. Everything slides down and it matches whatever is there, right? It's supposed to mirror that. Then you can add tomes you've collected. So throughout the game, as your characters, you're picking them up, they're going on your board, you're going to add those, and those are going to increase how far your action points. Then you can boost. So you can boost 2 actions once or 1 action twice, and that's just going to be to move one of your cubes or dice to the right, and then you're going to then set that. So if I moved the move dice 2 to the right, this would actually become a 4. So I would have 4 action points on that die now. So that's important. Then you're going to reset all the dice. They're going to then get reset to wherever they're currently situated or whatever. And then it's the next player's turn. And we go through that until the game ends by going the after lunch, or one person gets 10 mischief points.
I don't know if that's going to happen. This is an abstract game, so there's a lot of learning your faction and how they move and really optimizing that. So it's definitely going to get, you're definitely going to get better at it the more you play it. We've only played a couple times, so
you're gonna get
I don't think we've unlocked all the capabilities of our faction, but we have a lot of fun learning it and playing it.
I mean, when you get really, really good at this game, I can see somebody being able to score, your 10 points pretty well. Also, with more players at the table, you'll probably hit 10 more often.
There's more people on the board
to run into. But really, I mean, it's just to make sure you have more mischief points than your opponent before the Tomekeeper gets to after lunch. I mean, that's really all there is to it.
Before you finish this,
Lizzy's going to be the starting player, which means I'm going to get 2 tomes. You get 1 per player as the second player. And I am going to then place those tomes into my ability. So I'm going to start with 1 in the distract and 1 in the toss. So I'm gonna, actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna put 1 into infect. So then that'll get set there, and then that will go there. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. And now Lizzy gets to place all of your mischief minion miniatures, your vampire miniatures, on the board. Now this is important as the second player. As a 2-player game, that's what we're playing it as. Lizzy will get a chance to move the Tomekeeper before my turn. So as I'm placing out my miniatures into the school, I want to make sure that I'm not going to place them in a path that could get easily captured by the Tomekeeper, right? So I just need to see how Lizzy's going to first put hers on. You can't place them on tome spaces.
1 tome for the second player, Derek.
1 tome.
Ivy Studios is here.
What?
It's 1 for the other players, not 1 for each player.
Oh, I was just going based on how it was worded. I'm sorry.
Thank you for being here, Ivy Studios.
All right.
Keeping us honest.
1 per opponent, I guess is what would be, is what I should have read that. Well, in that case, the 1 tome that I will start with will be, oh my goodness. I think I want it in toss because toss doesn't have, toss doesn't have a numeral above it, but neither does distract. What's going to be more important? Moving bookshelves is really important.
Why are you talking to me?
I'm talking out loud. I'm just talking.
Do you want me to give you advice?
No way.
I'm not giving you advice.
Heck no. I got this. Oh, okay. 2 tomes if you're on a team. That makes sense now. You can't do that. You cannot start on tome spaces.
So do we have to start on the spaces with the circles?
You do not.
You just can't start on
That's when you come into. When you get caught by the Tomekeeper, you come in on one of these circle spaces on the card. You just can't place in the Tomekeeper space or another location of a Mischief miniature or in tome spaces. So really, your first setup is a little limited. So I'll put 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. So we'll go with that. Okay, so it is now your turn.
No, this is supposed to be a 2. I was like, you should have more. 2. Okay.
And thank you so much, Ivy Studios, for joining us tonight. We're really excited, and we're really thankful that you were able to send this over our way, to get a chance to play this one. We've had so much fun with this. Like, the abstract strategy of this and all the different, like, the asymmetric factions, even though, as a whole, you're looking at pretty simplistic actions on the different things, like the move, the toss, the distract. But then when you get into the key ways that the different factions use, you can't see that, but basically when you get into the specific faction abilities and then the special abilities, and we haven't even talked about it yet, but once we get to the after lunch card, we're each going to have a new special ability that we can use. So, you know, there's a lot of asymmetry here. And one of the cool things too is in your learning games, you don't necessarily have to throw everything in, right? You don't have to throw the kitchen sink in. You don't have to play with everything that's available. You can get a feel for it by just playing out the abstract strategy tactical game of just using our actions, right? So there's a lot here.
Okay, so I moved him over 1. I collected the tome on that space.
So right now, the Tomekeeper on your turn is going to move towards the 1. And
so he will go,
it's going to go
1, 2, 3, 4. So he will make it there.
Yes, he will make it there. And the other, like, yeah. I'm trying to think. My toss.
That's really nice. Oh, there's so much I want to do, but I'm like...
I mean, you're limited to the number of actions that you have, so that's why you're wanting to get these tomes. That way you can start increasing and building up your different actions so they're a little stronger throughout the game. So I really think, you know, at the beginning you want to try to collect as many of your tomes as you can.
So that was 3 movements.
Yep.
I don't think I can lure you because there's a bookcase blocking, and it can't make you come closer. It can't make him go closer.
I mean, you could. So the lure with the vampires,
hang on,
doesn't. It's any number of spaces, but I don't remember it ever saying. And Ivy Studios can answer this, but there being line of sight. I don't know if that bookshelf. You could do that now.
And now I can lure you.
You're gonna lure me this way, one space.
Me.
Okay.
Although, no. Fine.
Is that what you're gonna do?
That's
you're just gonna move me a space.
Okay, and then I get to move the Tomekeeper. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep. And so basically on this card, it tells you how many spaces the Tomekeeper will move each time the Tomekeeper moves, and then again it's telling you where it's going. So
I did not get any points because I did not
cross anyone. Now we're gonna turn around, and the Tomekeeper is going to move down.
So I'm gonna do my cleanup a little bit while Derek is going back.
I'm
gonna say. So I'm gonna slide everything back if I had bumped it up the next round, which I have not. So you stop on the dot. So this one, even though there's a space there, it's not going to move backwards. It's always going to stop on that dot. I'm going to place these, starting with the dot, or in this case, most of them start here.
Does it stop on the dot even though?
It does stop on the dot.
Okay.
And then, because this one starts here, you don't start with this action. And then I can boost, and then I will reset all the dice, depending on what number it is above. That's the number I'll put on the dice. So I'm going to do that while Derek takes his action.
Okay, well the first thing I want to do is I'll use 2 points of movement to move through you here, because you can't end in the same location as another player, so I'm going to grab my tome, and I'll do that. Yeah, so you do have to be orthogonal or diagonal, and then you do need to have that line of sight, but clearly you do have line of sight. There's no bookshelf that is impeding your view, so that's all good there. So I've gathered that tome. The Tomekeeper's moving this way. So I'd love to. Okay. I'm definitely gonna have to increase my movement with this tome. Neighboring Tomekeeper will move 2 spaces directly away from you. That's not gonna help at the moment. But what I can do is, it's not going to be super helpful at the moment. So I think I'm just going to leave these where they are because I only have 1 action on each of those, so that's important right now. So I've got the tome I was able to collect. What I'll do is we're going to slide use dice to the left. Then I can add tomes, so I will add the tome to my movement area, and then each of these is now going to get, I could boost. So what I'll boost 1 move and 1 infect. So now this becomes a 4, and this becomes a 2.
Are you already doing the cleanup phase?
Yeah.
Did you do the Tomekeeper phase?
Oh, I did not do the Tomekeeper. Yeah, thanks.
You're like flip-flopping around, dude.
I know. Okay, my bad. Let me do Tomekeeper. So Tomekeeper is going to move 4 spaces. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just trying to get here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll turn them. That way he's, watching where he's going. Safety is important, people. Safety always. Man, I wish there was a way I could throw you in front of the Tomekeeper.
You can't.
Okay, then I'll go through my cleanup phase where things would move to the left. I add my tome. You can go ahead and go while I'm going through my cleanup phase. I boost my dice. I'll boost, again, like I just talked about, the infect and my move. I'll set those dice faces now. Like that. That's a 1. That's a 1. Okay.
I'm going to lure you for 1. So I'm going to move you here.
Nice.
So that's a lure.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess I should use that point of movement to move back up. I didn't even think about... And again, the positioning puzzle of this game, like had I moved up there, Lizzy would have had to have used more of her lure. She still would have been able to maybe do it, because, but whatever. It would have just forced her to use it more. That's totally okay, though.
Then I'm also going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, which will use up all of this.
Okay,
pick up this tome.
Yep.
I will move.
And I'm just like staring down this Tomekeeper, like, come at me.
I'm gonna move 1 here.
One of the cool things that I did want to mention as we were playing this is that the rulebook has multiple ways of setting up the board. So we did set up one of where you place out the different bookshelves. There are a couple other different variations of the setup, but also you can, I think it said you can draft. We've not tried this yet, but you can take turns placing out like the clutter and the bookshelves onto the board to show, just to kind of have that extra layer of strategy involved. Which I think is really cool. Hey, what's up, Board Game Closet? Thanks for coming by. I'm assuming that's Jimmy.
Who else would it be?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm wasting that lure because I can't have line of sight with anyone, and I don't want to
You're not wasting it.
I know, but I want to use it all up.
Yeah, that's fair.
Trying to decide if I want to move this bookcase.
Yeah. Like moving it how though? Like
move it here.
There?
Because he can't come this way because he would have to go through that, and that's
gonna
cause more action points. So if I put it here, it'll make it harder for you to come.
He would still go that way.
Yeah, because he's gonna go to the path that has least resistance.
Yeah, good point.
So I think I will conceal, and I will move this.
So you'll just move. Okay.
So it'll make it a little.
Yeah.
Maybe
that's fine. We'll see.
We'll see. No. So then we're gonna go to
Tomekeeper. So you caught me.
2. So I'm gonna get a point. Yay! So he's gonna come off the board. Derek will get to place him in one of the spots with a circle.
Yeah.
At the beginning of his next turn. Okay, so that was 1, 2, and then he's actually, since he has points of movement, he's gonna keep going. He's
gonna continue moving towards the next destination.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
He's gonna be going.
So that comes off the board.
That way. Got a point, and then I'm gonna go to my cleanup phase.
I have an idea here. I'm gonna see if it works. Yeah, we've had a lot of fun playing this one, Jimmy. Hopefully you get a chance to play it soon. So here's what I'm gonna do. So one of these locations is actually right in front of the Tomekeeper. Right here. You'd say, oh, but Derek, why would you go right in front of the Tomekeeper? That's a terrible idea.
Power that's gonna flip-flop us or something?
I'm going to use a point of 2 points of movement to move into the clutter. I'm then going to infect you, moving a player diagonal. And now you will get eaten by the Tomekeeper. I'd say Eden. It's not really Eden. I kind of feel like thematically, I don't know the lore here, and Ivy Studios can probably talk about this in the comments, but maybe he's like catching you and putting you in detention, things like that.
Kicking you out of the library.
Kicking you out of the library.
Too loud or getting in his way.
So I picked up this tome there. I'll spend another point of movement to pick up this tome, and then I'll spend 2 points of movement to get away because I don't want him. Whoops. I don't want.
That's why you're getting kicked out. You just knocked over the library shelf.
I know. So here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to toss this over here. So now Lizzy has to move through that clutter if she wants to later, which will, make it harder for her. So Tomekeeper phase. Tomekeeper's going to move 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Catching Lizzy, scoring me a point. Woohoo! 1 point for the good guys. And then I am going to go to my cleanup, and it'll be Lizzy's turn. So I'm going to slide anything to the left, anything used to the left. Yeah, so Ivy Studio said kicking you out, but the solo is detention. So that's great. That's thematic. That's awesome. Add any tomes. I've scored 2 tomes, so let's add 1 into Infect and another one into Infect. Okay, so then I'm going to boost. I'll boost this, and I'll boost the movement. Then I'm going to reset all of these.
You can move through characters, correct?
Yeah, you just can't end on them. Yep. And I had to reset all my dice, so we're good there. I don't want to forget, so my special power is Stench. Neighboring Tomekeeper will move 2 spaces directly away from you. So if I position my character in a way that I can push the Tomekeeper into one of Lizzy's characters, that would be ideal, but I don't know if it's going to work.
2 to conceal.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna
you actually don't think you can do that because you can't create a block off.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, so you can't actually move it there.
Okay.
Because you can't block off an entire part of the map. But I see what you were going for.
Because I can't put it on the edge.
Yeah, and you can't place the bookshelves on the edge, and you can't completely block off a section of the map. Look at this sweet hat I got though. The Mythic.
And I have a sweatshirt.
I was just thinking about that. I was looking at it.
This is like a neon green, so it's blending in with our green screen. But it
I
has
didn't even
the
see that.
MM
You're
on
see-through.
it, like that matches the MM on his hat.
It matches this.
Yeah.
Mythic Mischief.
Yeah. So this, there's like the highest pledge has the option for some swag like sweatshirts.
That is a really comfortable sweatshirt too.
It's really cool.
Really
it's
comfortable.
Got this nice you can't see it. There's it's like a stretchy panel.
It's like
a different
super
fabric.
good.
It's really cool. Okay, so I've moved that kind of.
I mean,
that kind of messes up my plans.
So for you specifically, I want to read that. So the rulebook has all the different characters, and you can read about each of them. So for the vampires, your lure ability, yeah, it has to be directly towards you. So if you wanted to try to lure me into the path of the Tomekeeper, unfortunately, you'd have to be in the path to get me there anyway. So you'd have to give up a point just to score a point. That really wouldn't work. Yeah, I mean,
I'm super bummed about that.
Basically, he's gonna move 4, so he'll go 1, 2, 3, and then he'll continue back towards the center. No, he would go
this way because this would be less movement.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh man!
So I don't even have to mess with that. He's gonna get taken care of.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. You're gonna score a point. You're gonna score a point anyways.
I'm gonna score a point without even having to move you.
Whatever. Then you're good. You're good.
I know, but I want to score more than 1 point. You don't understand.
I mean, I specifically set myself up to not have that happen. So, also, why do you have one of my tomes down there?
You put it in there. Okay. I'm gonna go 1, into this like that.
Okay, creating a passage. Okay. Dang it.
I mean...
You don't have to use all your actions. That's kind of the part. Like, I know that players want to use all their actions, but you don't necessarily always have to.
3, 4. Let's say 0. And I'm going to lure you 1 here.
I mean, do you have line of sight, though? I would argue you don't, because these bookshelves...
fine, I don't.
would be in the way. Okay. Also, you didn't put out that character on your turn.
You're mentioning this now?
Well, because I was looking at your characters and I'm like, why are there only 2 on the board? And you forgot to place that one. So you could place it now, but it has to go in one of the areas.
Well, I don't have any movement left. Why would you wait until now to tell me that? I was like totally just operating on the 2 I have.
I mean, I thought you saw it on your board. I was like, what are you doing?
Oh, I hit my knee. Oh, okay.
Well, why don't you go ahead and place that right now?
Okay, so he's gonna go.
I mean, we're gonna reset for the next phase after your turn.
I know, so it's kind of like a moot point anyway. Fine. Okay, so Tomekeeper's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget to put him out.
I will not forget to put him out.
I can do.
You clearly will.
So the reason that happens is he continues. He's trying to get to the center.
Yeah, crest. Back to the center. All right, did you give yourself a point?
I did.
Okay. So now once we've finished the before lunch card, that shifts into the second phase of the game, and we flip over this after lunch card.
Reset the board.
So now we're going to reset the board, and we would just follow. Again, we would follow this card. It tells us where to place everything. We place tomes out onto the board. We place it here. We place one here. Place one here. Whoops, nope. There. Is it just 3? Okay, sorry, so that one wouldn't move, so it's just 3.
So this goes here.
Why did you move him off?
Because, don't you come off the board?
No, you don't come off the board. You stay where you were. Why did you touch my dude?
Because I thought you came off the board.
No, you don't come off the board. You stay where you are. Don't touch my guy. What did you do? Where did you put... Wait, you took all of them off? Oh, yes, no, Lizzy.
No, it was here and here.
Okay. No, you don't come off the board. You leave them on there.
I could have sworn we come off the board. Okay, this. So you start there.
Now you have me questioning it. Why would you? Now you're in my head, and I'm like, wait, what?
Okay, those are there.
What is happening right now?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Oh man, ID Studios. If you're there, I apologize. It's all in my head right now. But now you got me questioning it. I gotta go to the rule book now at this point. My goodness, Lizzy.
2.
Yeah, it's just remove any uncollected tomes from the board. Okay, nope. Why is that one there?
I'm looking at the wrong sheet.
Okay, let's flip that over.
You're confused.
Would you like me to do this?
Maybe. Stop laughing at me!
What is going on? You just flip it and you just add new tomes. That's it. The secret entrances might be in the new location, but you're good, and you just keep going.
Okay.
I'll remove that. Does that make it less confusing?
It does.
Okay, you just go with the after lunch card.
So this should be here. This should be.
What is happening right now?
Aren't those?
Okay.
The stacks?
No, they're not. Those don't move. Okay.
Those aren't the stacks?
No, they're not. Okay, cool. So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna leave the clutter where it's at. And why is the Tomekeeper? Where was he at?
He starts in the center.
He starts in the center.
Oh, well then he starts here.
What is happening? Why would you do?
Because he goes towards the center.
But he doesn't stay
at the center.
No, he doesn't start in the center.
Bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, so the Tomekeeper was there. We're gonna leave the Tomekeeper where he was. He's going down here, and then he's coming up
2,
here,
and then
he's
goes
coming
to 3.
here. Okay.
I get that.
Are we cool? Are we good?
We are good.
Okay.
I promise.
All right. It's my turn.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go to my turn. I'm gonna place my Mythic in one of the circle locations that's not occupied by the Tomekeeper or another player.
And now we have our after lunch special powers.
We do have our after lunch special powers now. So I'm going to come out. Okay. Why is that one there? That comes off. You didn't collect it. There should only be 3 on the board. Okay.
It should be there then.
All right. So where do I want to go? I guess I'll go here. Is that a good idea? Maybe. I'm trying to think what I could do. It's going down there right now.
Mm-hmm. I want to get away.
Yeah.
You want to get away.
No, I'm good. I'm good where I am. Okay. So I will use... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of movement. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll use all my movement to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will use my special ability to push the Tomekeeper 2 spaces away from me, scoring a point. That uses that tome. I could refill it in if I get another tome. I don't have any other movement though, unfortunately. I will... I can't distract. I couldn't... Infecting has to be adjacent. And toss, I can't put on the outside of the board. So I will just go to the Tomekeeper phase. Oh, you know what though? I can place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can place Decay. So this is my after lunch special. Once per turn, I can drop a Decay under a zombie. It goes under a zombie. If an enemy enters that space, move them to an adjacent space and remove the Decay. So yeah, I'll place it here for now. I think that'll be all right. So then we'll move.
Under a zombie.
What? It was under the zombie where I started. That's where I want to place it. It's fine. That's where I want to place it. I'm gonna move the Tomekeeper 3 spaces towards the 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's gotta go.
Okay, so he moves 3.
Yeah.
Would he be able to move on to that because it's 2 points of movement?
I don't think it's 2 points of movement when he's doing the Tomekeeper phase. I think that's the only time that he can actually not mess with clutter, from what I remember. So yeah, it would be 1, 2, 3. He would step onto the clutter. I think I distinctly remember it being during the Tomekeeper phase that's when the clutter wouldn't really come into play for the Tomekeeper. So I'm going to let Lizzy go to her turn as I go through my action step, or my cleanup here. So slide. Okay, didn't use any of that, so I just used...
Okay, so I'm here, so I'm going to pick this up.
So then I'll boost. I'll boost my distract twice. So that'll become a 1. No, I'll just boost it once so I can boost this up. I really need that that movement.
Okay, I'm gonna lure you once here.
You can lure, yeah.
I will move 2 to here. Okay, so I lured once. Move 2, so 1, 2. And then I will lure again because I still have point of sight.
Yeah,
I'm gonna lure you here.
Dang it. Yeah, that's good. Oh man, you just got 2 points off that. That's a really solid play to figure out how to get off of that.
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Got that.
Yep.
So let's move this at 2. Then I have 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna move back here. So that's gonna exhaust all my movement, and then I will conceal for 1. I'm gonna move this here so that you don't have line of sight to me. And then I think I'll also conceal here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then he's gonna move 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Knocking you off twice.
Those.
And go 1, 2. So I'm gonna be, and then I collect the tomes, and I'm gonna go ahead and reset my board while Derek.
You also forgot again to put out your vampire. I'm not gonna remind you. That's your thing. That's your deal.
I'm gonna put him out.
I reminded you kind of the first time, but that's your deal.
In there. Well, I moved everything. That would have helped, but I get 2 points off it, so I can't be too mad.
I'm just saying, that's yours.
I know. That was my bad.
You going to clean up?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see what I want to do. First, I gotta come back out onto the board. So I will go. Can't go there because you're there. Can't go there because you're there. Okay, I'm gonna place here. And I'll place. Yeah, I guess I'll place there. Alright, so how do I want to do this? Let's go 1 point of movement to go here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm then going to no, I'll use 2 points of movement to go here. I will then infect you to move you here.
Oh no.
Then he's going to 2. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, but then I'm there. So then I'll use. So I'm going to toss this bookshelf here. And then I'm going to move 1, 2 spaces. Pick up this tome. And then I will. I'm going to distract. So distracting, and I need to read this specifically how this I got, because I don't have it memorized. But the distracting action, I get to move the Tomekeeper 1 space toward any of your mythics per distract used. So I'm distracting him back here to catch you.
Boo.
To score a point. I mean, I would have scored it anyways.
No, hold on to you so that I remember to put you out.
Yeah, put him in your hand. And then I'm going to infect you here. And then I have another point of movement, so I'll move here to pick up this tome. And then I'm going to put this decay on this zombie here. And do I want to use this point of movement? I mean, I might as well get further away as possible. Oh, you know what though? No, because he's going to go back that way. So, so 1, 2, 3 on my turn. 1, 2, 3, and then on your turn he's going to go 1, 2, 3, maybe, probably. So I'll move there. Okay, so Tomekeeper 1, 2, 3. Take that off. And I'm now going to slide all my dice over, and it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to put this guy out.
Are you?
I am. I'm going to remember this time. Okay. It's going to go here.
So 2. Oh, I guess I need to boost first. So I'll boost.
So he's got
twice there.
Line of sight with your guys, so he's going to lure.
Over there?
Yeah. Lure 1.
Yep.
To come forward here.
Okay.
I'm also going to use my trance, so neighboring enemies will move 2 spaces in any one direction. So I'm going to move you 1, 2.
Neighboring, yeah. Oh, nice. What the heck? What is going on?
So that was another lure.
Oh my goodness. Yo, what's up, Jeremy Howard? How are you doing? It's good to see you, dude. Yeah, man, I know you were on this one. I saw you on the page. I know you're super into this. We've had so much fun playing this one. It's like an abstract strategy in the form of like, reminds me of, and we were talking with a friend of ours about this, but similar to Santorini, and like that whole like abstract genre. But again, just a little bit different too because of the way the tactical grit, like the movement and the moving and setting. Man, you feel so clever when you set your opponent up to get like, what Liz is gonna do is gonna move 3 and she's gonna score 2 more points off of this again.
Mm-hmm. What does decay do if I step on it?
I get to move you in any direction.
But I mean, you can't move me through bookcases.
No.
Okay, so like I still have movement. So if I move on it, then you move me to adjacent spot, and then I can keep moving.
Sure. I mean, all it says is if an enemy enters that space, I move them to an adjacent space and then remove the decay, and then I'm sure you can continue using your actions.
Let's see, I'm gonna move here.
I really love to see how like the board evolves over time as we're moving the bookshelves around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like this whole abstract strategy. I mean, those of you who know us know that I love abstract games. So this is right up my alley. I love both this and Santorini, honestly. I don't need to pick one or the other because they play differently, but they've got, again, that just cleverness of setting yourself up to make these really cool plays.
I believe I have line of sight with you here.
You have line of sight,
okay, so I'm going to lure you once here.
Yeah.
Just because I can. Which gives me a bunch of extra movement. So I am going to go here. You can move me somewhere adjacent. Oh, wow. That's like essentially where I was trying to go anyway, so thank you.
You're welcome.
If I'm here, I definitely don't have direct line of sight to that guy.
No, because of the bookshelf.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stop. So
okay,
he's gonna go 1,
yep.
2, 3.
Yep. So you get 2 points off that. That's to me.
And I did not collect any tomes, so I'm just gonna reset my board.
All right. So I'll come back onto the board, and I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna go. Oh man, it's a tough one. I'll go here. I think. Hold on.
And I should be using my after lunch special, but I've just been.
The blood? Yeah, because you're after...
So every time I pass through one of his characters, I get a blood, and then I can use that as like a boost to bump up one of my dice.
Mm-hmm.
I've just been luring you towards me.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I will... Man, I don't want to do this. Okay, hold on. This one, I wanted to start here. I think. So I'm trying to think how I want to do this. So if I start here, I'm trying to think of like what I can do.
Trying to plan it out in your head before you actually start taking those actions?
I know. I'm trying to like set it up that way I can actually try to score some points here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want this one to start over there. I'll start over there. So I'll set up like this. Okay. So... Because I can only infect diagonally. So I can't move you here and I can't move you there. Alright, so first thing I'll do is I'll toss. Oh, I can't because that's over there. I can't toss it here because then that completely shuts that off.
Blocks it off, yeah. Distracting would only move it closer one space. Okay, I can do this. I'll distract here, so it'll move one space here. Okay.
So then I can infect you here, and then I can... Then I'll spend 2 points of movement to go 1, 2, infect you again to move you here, and then I'll spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all my movement points, and then I will. Yeah, that's it. So then the Tomekeeper goes 1, 2, 3, kicks you off there.
Okay.
I score a point. Then I go through my cleanup phase. So slide everything that was used. I don't have any tomes. I get to boost. So I'll boost my... Oh, do I want to boost my distraction up twice now? I don't know. The infect is so good. Well, my infect is going to be in at 2 anyways. The movement's important, so I really do need to boost my movement up to 5, I feel like. So then this will go to 2, this will go to 2, this will go to 1, that's 1. Okay, alright. We'll see how this plays out. We'll see.
Yeah. I think I'm going to put this guy here.
Coming down the wire because it's going to go to 2, then it's going to go to 3, and then that's when after you get to the final lunch cards completed, that would be the end of the game unless somebody gets to 10 points before that. 6 to 4 right now is pretty close. Yeah, the vampires are like the blood and the luring for the vampires is super good. Like, I really enjoy the vampires. Not to say that I don't enjoy the zombies. The zombies have been a lot of fun. But again, that's kind of like the asymmetry. You can find a faction you like, and then because there's so many different ways that they play, find something you enjoy playing, and you can rock it out. Our music is from Epidemic Sound. It's all royalty free. We've got a subscription plan that doesn't get us booted off YouTube for using their copyright material. But this is just. I think it's just like a house music playlist. I'm not even sure what's playing because I don't have it playing in the background for us. I just assume that it's, enjoyable. I didn't place my decay again. I should have placed it. I definitely forget about the after lunch special. Because there's a lot of again, if you're playing, the more you play this game, the better you become at it, and you're going to be able to see all the ins and outs and all the different strategies and how you can manipulate the board and use your power to basically just, position your opponent in a place where you want them to be. Like, I should have placed my decay under this zombie. That way it kind of just restricts Lizzy's movement, but whatever.
Okay. 1, 2,
3.
4. Hang on, I had a plan. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
No, that was 3 because I was here.
Yeah. No, you were definitely here.
Oh, no, okay. So that's 0.
4. Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
I'm just watching.
Move this here.
Can't do that. So I was saying, I'm not sure what you're trying to move, because...
Have a plan.
I believe you. I believe in your plan.
I don't believe in my plan. I'm like trying to figure
out. This is definitely a game though where you're going to be sitting because it's tactical. It's a responsive game. It's not. You can have obviously the long-term strategy here is that you're trying to score 10 points, but again the board changes. So after your opponent takes their turn, you kind of have to sit back and you just really need to gather yourself, see what's out there. It's a tactical response game. Where it's the give and take, the push and pull. So you kind of just got to observe and get yourself and figure out a plan because a lot of stuff can change based on what your opponent does. Maybe you have a player that just does chaos, right? They're just like, you don't even know what the heck they're gonna do. They're just moving stuff around. But you don't even know. It's just
off, whatever.
So then you just have to deal with chaos, which I enjoy. I mean that's cool. That's definitely a strategy. Keep your opponent on, keep them guessing.
Okay, hang on. 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. 1. And then I'm gonna lure for 2. 1, 2. With this guy.
Okay. Yep.
Did I move a bookshelf?
No, you haven't moved a bookshelf yet.
I could move this one here if I'm here because that doesn't block anything off.
You can move what way?
I could move this one here.
Yeah.
So 1.
Yeah. You can make a little alcove there because there's technically nothing blocked off. That Yeah, you can still open it up. There's still an entrance or exit.
So I'm gonna go 1, 2. It's supposed to be at 3. I'm gonna move this here.
Okay.
Because if I move through him, I knock myself out, right?
Yeah. You can't. Yeah. Don't want to move through Tomekeeper. Why are you going on to where he's going?
I'm trying to open it so he has to go in and come back out and get you, but I'm locking myself in there as well, and that's not good.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna distract for 1, so I'm gonna bring him towards here. So I'm gonna hit you for 1.
Okay.
Which gives me a point.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna skedaddle. 1, 2, 3.
Look what's going on right now.
And then I still have lure, so I'm gonna lure you 1 here.
Okay, let's do it. I like it.
Okay, so he's gonna go 1, 2, 3 towards the 2.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's gonna go on my turn. He'll go 1, 2, 3 there. All right. Well, my person needs to come back out on the board. So we'll start. Actually, we'll start him there.
4. This is a 5.
Okay. So I'm gonna use. I have to try to sequence this correctly.
I believe in you.
Do
no,
you?
I don't. I don't. I do, but I don't.
2 points of movement to go here to get this tome. Then I'm going to toss this over here.
Ooh.
So So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
No, he would go
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 11
no.
regardless.
So if he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, sure.
Or he could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. Yeah, so alright. Yeah, I guess I wasn't.
So I think you.
I won't do that then. I don't want to toss that there. I do want him to come back this way. So what I'll do is I'll move two spaces there. I will infect you, which is a neighboring, and move them adjacent or diagonal.
He's gonna go 1, 2, 3. He's not gonna reach me.
I know. So I'm going to spend 2 points of movement to go into this clutter. I'm going to distract.
Ugh.
I'm going to use 2 points of movement to go here. I'm going to infect.
So rude.
And then I'm going to toss this bookshelf here.
So he can't come towards you?
So he can't get me now. And then I'll use my last point of movement to get the heck out of there. Alright, so now the Tomekeeper moves. 1, 2, 3. I score a point.
So now he has to go the other way.
Now he has to go this way. He's going to come over here. I did get a tome, so I will use that tome to use the upgrade my... Oh, do I want to upgrade my move or my distract? I don't even know. You can take your turn. I'm thinking about what I want to do.
Okay, so I got to put this guy out.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what to do. You know what? I got to upgrade my move. Just because I really need those upgrades.
Man, all of these spaces
I need to
like
boost though.
Horrible.
So I need to boost something. So that's going to be 7 total movement. This would give me 8. But I could do this twice. Alright, I'll do that. So I'm going to boost my distract up. Then I will increase these. Oh my goodness, coming down to the wire here. I forgot about my decay again.
So I'm gonna go 1, 2. I'm gonna lure you 1 closer.
Okay.
I'm gonna move this bookcase.
Okay.
I'm gonna distract him so he comes 1 closer to me.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna move this bookcase back.
Okay. Nice.
So he has to go around.
Yeah. He'll go around.
I'm gonna move 1, 2. Just so I'm like super out of the way.
Oh man.
Okay. So. I also have 2 more lure.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pull you out of here and go 1, 2.
Okay.
Just so you're kind of in his way. So it's gonna go 1, 2,
3. Okay. So that's a point for you.
1.
Yep.
And then that's it. So I will reset my board. So I will pump this.
Alright, so this one's going to come out. And it's going to come out.
Man, I still haven't moved through you to get some blood. I'm really failing at being a vampire right now. You've at least used your decay once.
Alright, so what?
Yeah, I'm just saying you've used your decay at least once during the game and you have a second one on the board.
It's true, I have.
It's just my bad. That's fine. I am winning though, so I can't be too upset about it.
So I'll go 1, 2.
I think he would have to go that way.
Yeah, he is going that way. That's why I'm trying to get out of there. Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, that's the shortest path. Is this way.
The other way has clutter. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Oh, I did not
reset everything.
Reset all these totally.
What a shame.
I'm thinking. Okay, so I'm going to use 3 points of movement to go here. I'm going to distract the Tomekeeper here.
Pulling him with that guy?
Yeah, pulling him with that guy.
So he's going to go down that way.
I'm going to infect you here. I'm going to... I'm trying to think of what I can do here. Okay, I'll use a point of movement to go here. Then I will toss this over here.
Why would you do that?
And then I will infect you here. And then I will infect you here. And then I will use...
How did you have 2 infect? I thought you only had 1 infect left. You've already infected me 3 times. You only had 2.
It was boosted.
It was here. It wasn't there, was it? Why did you move it down then? This is up 2.
Oh, was it? Okay, so it was only at 2? How did I... Oh, because I did you there. Yeah. Okay, so you can't move there. I can only infect him there.
Yeah. And you're in his path, by the way.
I know I am.
Okay.
I know. I'm quite aware.
If an enemy enters the space with the decay, don't you have to move me?
I do, yeah. Oh, right. If I... Okay.
So you would have 1 because you moved me there.
Yeah, so it's a 2.
No, you have 1 because you moved me there.
Yeah, that's right. If I put you in decay, you have to move. Well, that's fine.
So you're gonna infect me again?
Yeah, I'll put you there to put you there.
Okay.
So that'll happen there. Then I'll use 2 points of movement to go here. And then I'll use 1 point of move. Whoops. Yeah, I've already infected you. I'll use 1 point of movement to get out of the way. I'll distract him to move him closer, and that's all my points. So then he goes here, knocks you out. I score 8 points, but you win.
That was close.
8-6. Oh, I was trying to figure out, like, I should have increased my effect more because I was trying to get this guy over here, but because it was cluttered,
to get a double.
Wouldn't have mattered. I needed 3 points, but trying to figure out how to move, but the clutter was really messing things up because it was going to go, the easiest route or whatever. But
I should have used my trance earlier and then used one of my tomes to like use my trance again because that is really cool.
Yeah, it's a good one. Dang it. This is one of those games, though, that gets you just so, it's not, frustrated, but you're just like, oh, let's go again right now. Reset it. I can't believe you beat me. It just makes you, it gives you that feeling of like, no. We're going again. Sit down. Let's go again.
It gives me analysis paralysis, and I never get analysis paralysis.
Yeah,
there's so many things I want to do.
That's what I was talking about.
And I'm, trying to plan it so perfectly because I want to get multiple of your people out in one turn. And so
that's why I was saying between turns things change so fast. You definitely have to just don't go expecting quick turns here. And that's not a problem. That's just not the type of game that you're going to get here because you're trying to position, and it's a very, again, thin line of balance, right? You really have to be careful.
You have to really be careful where you're putting yourself because you need to be thinking, okay, what is his power? How can he move me? Am I putting myself in a place that is making it easier for him to put me in the way of the Tomekeeper? Because you might be totally out of the way, but if you're adjacent to him and you're oh, he can move me diagonally, that makes it so much easier for him to get me to the Tomekeeper.
Yeah.
So there's
trying to use that
because you're thinking about where you also are thinking about where they are, and then how you're going to move the Tomekeeper, which is the most effective way. So are you going to want to pull him or push him? Mm-hmm. I really like that each faction is so unique in that it has.
Look at this backpack though. This is the backpack that you can get on GameFound, and it is so awesome.
It is actually a really nice backpack.
So awesome. I'm gonna get it all up in the screen here, but you can see there.
It's got a laptop
sleeve. This is ridiculous. Oh yeah, pieces are going all over the place. But look at that.
And then we have
awesome.
The pin that comes with
pins, the Ivy Studio, the Mythic, and then this is our spotlight pin. But anyways, I just wanted to show that off because that backpack is awesome.
So I'm super excited for it. The vampires and the zombies. There's also
there's the monsters. You've got the wizards.
So these are the base games. So I think a lot of other people have. If you look at other content creators, they've streamed using the monsters and the wizards. So you can go check that out and see how they play.
Definitely, there's a lot of content. Go check out the GameFound page. Look for those other videos they've got out there. The people playing because you can see the asymmetry right in all of the different factions. So
super fun game, super thinky game. So much replayability.
Tons of replay. Oh my gosh, yes.
Because all of these cards are different setup.
All these different. We didn't even. I just had them out here, but there's so many different ways to set up the game, right? And this is just the base game. I don't know all the extra stuff.
There is an expansion because there's a
there's so much extra stuff.
Headmaster or something. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's a headmaster.
There's bookshelves too. The bookshelves are awesome.
I know, and they always. IBO Studios always starts their Kickstarter with the games at the highest quality, exactly where they want them. There is no stretch goals to get them to be a little bit better. They start with the highest quality stuff. We have Moonrakers, which is their first game that they delivered.
Phenomenal
super great quality.
Phenomenal.
They really set the bar high for themselves, and they have fulfilled on it. So really great company. They make great games. So if this appeal to you, definitely go check out the GameFound. They just launched yesterday, so they should be there for a couple weeks, so you have plenty of time to get in and back this game.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for watching. We hope that this gave you an idea of what you can expect from the game, and that way you can make a more informed decision. So
we will catch you next time with the Board Game Spotlight.
Thanks so much for